What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who may be new to the channel, my name is Eddie and this is Hustle and Grow. Man, oh man, today's been kind of weird. I don't know if you've seen my last short. If you didn't, it's a negative feedback. I'm waiting to see if eBay is going to remove it, which they should. The guy said I was being deceptive because I took a picture of a DVD of the slipcover and the case itself, right, of the front and back. And he claimed he thought it was supposed to be two of the same type, which nothing in there, I don't know. It's a guy that has about 1,300 feedback, so it's a bunch of bull crap. Anyway, I'll let y'all know the outcome of that. But that is not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is Q4 and what you should be doing right now to prepare for it and increase your profits. Listen, first of all, if you don't know what Q4 is, quarter four, most people should, but in business, there are 4 quarters. It ain't just business. The year is broken up into 4 quarters. All right. You got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Q4 is October, November, and December. And then you get back into Q1, which is January, February, and March. So honestly, between October and at least the beginning of February is the time that you can maximize your profits, increase your sales, and get a really good boost to your business if you do it right. So a few things that I'm going to share with you guys that I've learned over the last few Q4s myself that's very important. All right. And this doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter what you're selling to an extent. OK, because certain items if you're selling certain types of items, you may experience a slowdown. Like if you sell a lot of used items, that can go either way, right? Because a lot of people are looking for new stuff. If you don't sell toys, it just depends, man. But number one is supplies. You want to start getting on top of your supplies right now. Me personally, I get my free supplies from the USPS. So like my padded bubble mailers, my boxes, anything I'm going to use, I'll get like triple, quadruple what I think I'm going to need. Trust me when I tell you, mail overall slows down. Nothing that you think you're going to get or that you're used to getting, like right now when you order, it's not coming that fast. It's not coming that fast unless you pay for extra speedy shipping or something, right? It's not coming that fast. So order your supplies from the USPS now and stock up, okay? And maybe even like your back stock you put up, and whatever you're using now, as you run your business, you can continue to order that as often as you usually order it, but have the back stock ready that you don't touch. Also, UPS. I use their boxes. I don't care what people say about that. I use these boxes because I do mail UPS, or I do use UPS. I got items that I ship UPS, but not everything I ship UPS. I ship USPS. But if I need this for USPS, I'm gonna use it for USPS. Also, there are labels I use, but for some reason, man, their labels have gotten like really thick and they don't work well with my Rollo printer. So I've been using their label. I was using them, but I don't know. They start getting stuck in my Rollo printer a lot. And so I got about like 4 big rolls that I don't even use no more. And I don't know, crazy story, right? So I ordered a roll because they was getting on I was getting tired of dealing with that. So I ordered this big roll, right? Ordered off eBay because I'm thinking, okay, most of them the cheap thin ones, those are the ones that work well with my Rollo, right? So I get them and I'm like, man, these joints keep getting stuck. I look on the back, somebody sold me UPS labels on eBay. Look, I'll order the UPS labels and use them for anything. I don't care. Don't have to be just UPS orders. But one thing I ain't going to do, I'm not going to take them and sell them to somebody. That's just, I don't know. Anyway, I digress. But get all the free items you can get, all the free supplies you can get, stock them up. Like I said, have a stock that you just kind of put to the side and don't even touch. And then as you run your business through these upcoming weeks and months, you just order as you need, but you'll have your back stock ready to go. Supplies are important, guys. You're not going to get it in time. Trust me. As far as merchandise, look, everybody's selling something different, right? Some people selling clothes, shoes, used, new, health and beauty, this and that, and other collectibles. if you can, you might want to start branching out if you don't already sell certain types of items. So if you sell mostly used items, maybe you do some retail arbitrage and you get some new items just to help boost. Look, this is the time of the year you want to really take advantage of, okay? People are really not looking for used items. You'll sell some, but they're not looking for them for the most part, right? Because you can't sell some if they're not looking. But most people are looking for things that they can give as gifts. Collectibles, I can see doing well. I don't sell collectibles, so I don't know. If you sell collectibles, let me know how your sales go in Q4. But I can see those doing well just because they're collectibles. So I don't think a person would mind getting it used. I would think a lot of times collectibles are going to be used anyway, right? But toys, new toys, clothes, shoes, anything like that, anything new. I just want to say anything new. If you, and it's going to matter, the platform you sell on is going to matter as well. eBay, Amazon, like they're different. Amazon, just about anything that you can get your hands on will sell. I mean, but it got to be new for the most part, right? They have used categories, but for the most part, got to be new. So if you have an Amazon account, if you already been using it, then you know you need to start ramping up now. You need to start, look, your stock limits are going to probably change. I don't know if they changed it yet or not, but that'll change how fast they bring in and check in shipments. That's going to change. Like, so you got to start getting stuff in now. Remember, man, as we get into September, especially October, November is going to pick up, then come December. You ain't got time to be waiting for 2-3 weeks for your items to get checked in. Also, if you're on Amazon, merchant fulfill is I do merchant fulfill a lot now anyway, but a lot of people only do it during Q4 because they can make more money that way, you know? So whether you're doing merchant fulfill, whether you're doing FBA, get everything sent in that you're going to send in, and then the things you're going to sell merchant fulfill, you know, work on that now. Don't be waiting. And as far as if you think maybe I should get it now and hold it, don't buy nothing to hold. If you're going to buy it, send it in, list it, do whatever, have it up, have it ready to go. Don't hold nothing, because just because it's selling good today, don't mean it's going to be selling good tomorrow. That thing can tank in a heartbeat, okay? eBay is a little bit different than Amazon, but still, it takes time to get the items. It takes time to list the items, right? So if you want to have a good stock that you're not going to run out, you want to start listing everything now. I think the mindset right now, if you have to, you get you a little tablet and you write down exactly what you need, everything, starting off with your supplies. Then you write down what you want to have for your inventory, what type of items you want to have, what type of items you want to source. And maybe, again, like I was just saying, you go outside a little bit of what you might normally source to things that you know are going to sell fast for that particular time for that particular time span, right? And I wouldn't go too deep on anything. I wouldn't go too deep. Like, don't buy 50 and 100, but you can do your research. If you got Amazon, you can use Keepa. If you got eBay, you can use Terapeak. But for the most part, you need to be prepping and getting prepared right now, because once you get in the heart of Q4, man, it's going to be kind of late. And you got to remember, you still need to ship items to people, and those shipping times. I remember last year and the year before was real bad as far as shipping times go. But even last year wasn't that good, and things was taking long to get to people. Long. I was getting emails left and right, and with this new ground advantage, who knows how that whole thing is going to go, right? So you got to be on top of your game. This could be the time of the year that you can, maybe you was struggling in your business all year up to this point, and this right here can bring your business back over the hump and take you into 2024, you know, on top again. But you have to be prepared. You can't be reactive in this time of the year. You can't be reactive. You have to be proactive. The sellers that are going to make the most money, that are going to get the most out of this time of the year, are the ones that are proactive, that are ordering their supplies now, that are stocking them now, that are sourcing their products now that they want to sell. They're going out, they're doing retail arbitrage. If they're doing wholesale, they're making their wholesale orders. They're getting their stuff into Amazon. They're getting their stuff listed on the eBay. And thinking outside the box. As far as whether or not, I know some people use credit cards and things. Look, don't put yourself in debt unless you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that. Me personally, I use a business credit card that I get cash back on for all my business expenses. And the cash back I generally use to buy things like supplies and stuff throughout the year. So I don't pay for, sometimes I pay for the supplies as far with the credit card without using cash back. But most of my supplies throughout the year are bought with cash back points on my credit cards. I have used 0% credit cards. Like for instance, I might not have to pay any interest for 9 months. I've used those to buy inventory before, make the minimum payments, and before the interest comes due, I just have it paid off. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's a free loan without having to pay no interest. I've done that. But again, I don't recommend it. If you're not good with money, if you're not disciplined, don't do it. And I use my credit card all the time too. It's like a net 30, basically, right? I get the money or I get the card, I make my purchases, pretty much got 30 days to pay it off. I never pay interest on my credit card. My statement balance is paid every month. And shoot, I don't know, man. I think the last time I looked, some months I got $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 going through the credit card, and that's through this summer. So I could imagine what it's going to be like through, you know, the busier times of the year, and that's all cash back points coming back to me. Look, if you can get a credit card that gives you cash back, you should be using that for your business, but be disciplined in your spending. If you can't be disciplined, don't do it. Of course, a lot of you guys do garage sales and things like that. So, you know, you need cash, but that stuff is going to be done and over with in most parts of the country once we get into the heart of Q4. Also, if you're not really organized, if you have problems with being organized, you want to start working on that now, because as you get more volume of sales in, you're going to run into more issues that are maybe some things wasn't that big of an issue for you now when it's slower, or maybe you may have not even noticed some things are an issue. But once you get slammed with orders, that's when things will bottleneck, and then that's when you'll see mistakes in your business or issues with your business and process that you don't want to be finding out in the moment. Okay, when you have to get something out and you want to get it to people and you want to get it to them on time, and you don't want to get negative feedback, or you don't want to get your account dinged. You want to look at your process now and ask yourself, what issues do I see that's obvious? And then you you go take your steps you need to take to fix those. And then maybe you just sometimes you need fresh eyes. If you can get somebody else to look at your process and see something else that you can't see. If you've had issues in the past with losing items, you definitely want to deal with that by fixing up your inventory system. Go through all your inventory, make sure everything's listed that's supposed to be listed. You shouldn't have any death piles, guys. If you got a death pile, you got cash sitting there, and that's just a no-no. I'm not talking about backstock of inventory that's in the K waiting to be listed. I'm talking about a death pile, that stuff you bought that's just sitting there. Either offload that stuff as a lot, or get it listed. That's cash flow that could be coming back that you can be using to make better purchases to prep yourself for Q4. Listen, man, me personally, my goal is to do at least 150,000 in sales, not in profit, but at least 150,000 in sales just in the Q4 time span, just in those 3 months. And maybe, well, no, because that'll be the end of the year. So I can't go into, January. But just in that 3 month span, I'm trying to do at least 150. And if I can get that 150, which I know I can, I'm gonna just have to hustle. That's gonna put me over my goal for the year when it comes to what my sales goal is for the year. But got to start prepping now, got to start getting things right now. Again, don't go too deep on things, but go deep enough so that you don't run out, and have your processes in order, have your supplies ready, have your inventory ready to go. Get everything worked out now. Do not wait until, look, you're not going to want to be in these stores in the middle of Q4 trying to source items, man. You're not going to want to be trying to order supplies online in the middle of Q4. It's just going to take too long. I made those mistakes. I've done it. And trust me, it's going to bite you in the ass. So get ready. This is one of the best times of the year. This is the time of the year that's going to feed your business, that's going to help get your business over that hump. If you've been having slow sales throughout the summer, maybe things ain't been going right. Look, change up tactics a little bit, pivot a little bit. Maybe don't do retail arbitrage. This might be the time to start learning it a little bit, start dabbling a little bit, so that by the time we move into October and November for the most part, you already kind of got your bearings on what's going on, and you can start doing what you got to do to bring in some cash flow into your business. And if you've already been doing pretty good, this is the time that you can do even better. So those are the few tips that I got for you, man. Trust me when I tell you, whether it's Amazon, eBay, Walmart, wherever you selling, whatever you think you need, you're going to need more. Okay? Just think about what you need and what you've been using. Trust me when I tell you to have triple, if not quadruple the amount when it comes to supplies and even inventory, if you got inventory that sells. And if you haven't been sourcing toys and things like that you know sell during this time, look, don't worry about returns. Returns are going to happen regardless, okay? Not everything you sell is going to be returned anyway. Get what you can get it sold, and whatever comes back, comes back. Most of the time you'll be able to resell it anyway and get a little bit of money for it. And if you're lucky, you'll still make a smaller profit, but don't let that stuff be like a reason not to do something. Here's the thing. Get it in your mind that you are going to go pedal to the metal for the next 4 months. Pedal to the metal. September, October, November, December. Pedal to the metal. I guarantee you, if you do that, and if you have that mindset that you're going to push out as much inventory as you can, be as ready as you can, have your processes as efficient as you can, guarantee you're going to come out these next 4 months on top, in the black, and your business is going to be a lot more healthier than it was, okay? So do me a favor, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified next time I upload another video.